Why are we so drawn to all of this?
I know, Scott, I can totally see your passion, and yet this type of fascination isn't totally new. It actually dates back to the 19th century where people were visiting morgues in the Victorian and Romanticism era. But now, of course, it's taken on a whole other edge. It's become a form of art. And when I hear about your story as a child, this idea of infusing this idea of mortality, we all have to deal with it. We're all gonna die. There's an existential issue here that we're trying to contact. But this type of tourism, sometimes called grief or dark tourism, it gives us a safe way and a controlled way to contemplate death and to understand death and almost to make contact with the people that we've lost. And so I can see it as even sometimes being empowering or therapeutic for people.
And so these tours, you have a specialty, the Helter Skelter tour.
Right. I've been obsessed with the Tate LaBianca crime, or most people know them as the Manson murders, since I was a kid, because I really do think that crime changed America. It changed everyone's comfort level. Because up until that Friday night, in August of 1969, you thought you were safe in your own bed, and you weren't anymore. Abigail Folger was reading a book in bed, and in 30 minutes, she was on the front lawn of the house with 28 stab wounds, and the case went unsolved for 4 months.
I guess your expertise is known out there. I guess Quentin Tarantino, his latest movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, they consulted you to help sort of put these pieces together on that Sharon Tate, Roman Polanski.
Mr. Tarantino saw my movie and had me in. I figured we'd have a room of 20 people, but they ushered me into his office, and it was just he and I for a couple of hours. I took him out in my car, and we went out to the different locations, and it was really interesting because he's just as much a nerd about this as I am. So he was coming over to me and was saying, "Guess what happened over here?" And I said, "What was on TV that night when this was going on?" And he says, "This is what was going on over there." So we were sharing each other knowledge with each other, and had an enthusiasm for it.
And so you're onto something here. I love what you're doing. I think you're bringing people to life even after they're dead.
Really cool. And Scott, I have a really important question for you that affects all of us who work here. You said that the Paramount Law is haunted.
No.
You said it's haunted. We're scaring Dr. Travis and
Don't go
myself.
there. Oh, no.
But please tell us why you think it's haunted and why Dr. Travis and I and Dr. Ordon cannot be here after sunset.
Here in stage 30, a lot went on here. I think the spirits are Godfather, I Love Lucy, Manic, Soul Train. A lot of stuff happened right here.
Red Fox died on this lot, and Heather O'Rourke from Happy Day, Poltergeist, she haunts the soundstage across the street. But we are literally right now on cemetery property, former cemetery property, because Hollywood Cemetery, which is just over the other side of the wall, it used to be twice as big as it is right now.
There was just a gust of wind that went by. No, I'm kidding.
In the early 19 teens, the cemetery was literally cut in half and sold, and this half was cemetery property at one point.
So how shall we protect ourselves?
Just be nice.
Just be nice? Wish them well if we see them around the corridor at night? Okay.
Go on the tour.
Yeah, go on the tour.
Well, I think it was important, though, I thank you for portraying me the way you are. I appreciate that. It's important to me that we give back, and that's what we do. We, of course, have a little cemetery of 7 people in our shop, but we also mark gravestones. Once a year, we provide a marker for a celebrity who's been buried without a marker, because a lot of times the Motion Picture Country Home will bury them without markers. So James Anderson is a Western actor. We just will be unveiling his gravestone in about 2 weeks. So it's making it good. We donate on a regular basis to the Justice for Homicide Victims. We have a Karen Carpenter tour that we offer once a year, and we donate to the National Organization for Eating Disorders. So we try to even things out karmically. We are exploiting, ultimately not very nice stories, but I think that we try to make good.
But I do think it's important that we always honor those who have died, those who are victims, and I think that's an important piece of this, and I applaud you for thinking about those victims.
Thank you.
If you are watching and you want to donate to the families of homicide victims, go to our website, thedoctorstv.com, to learn more about how you can do so. Scott, thanks for being here.